Hello everyone, and welcome to my Roblox scripting series where I teach you how to script on Roblox. In this video, I'm going to show you everything you need to know about the instance class. Instances are the top level singleton class in Roblox. Every other Roblox class will have members of the instance class. Now you cannot make a pure instance by itself. Now if you check the Roblox documentation and you look up a random object, you will most likely find this inherited from instance category of functions, properties, and more that tell you what that object is capable of. Now you can create a Roblox object through scripts by using the instance.new function. This function takes two arguments, the class name and the parent, and then it returns the object created. Although it has two arguments, it is advised that developers refrain from using the second argument as it can cause performance issues. However, the first argument is always necessary. The first argument is the class that you want the object to be when created. For example, if I wanted to create a part, I would use the instance.new function and use part as the first argument since part is a class. I can then store the object in a variable and set the object's parent to the workspace where I'll be able to see it. If we run the game, we can now see that there are two parts instead of one. All the properties of the instance class will also be properties of inherited classes, and since every other class inherits the instance class, all classes will have the properties and methods of instance. For example, part is an instance, so part will have the archivable, class name, and parent properties. If you look in the object browser by clicking the view tab in an object browser, you can see every class and its inherited classes. You will notice that every object leads all the way back up to the instance class. Some common functions of the instance class include clone, find first child, wait for child, get children, and destroy. Clone is a function that returns an exact copy of whatever instance you cloned, including the exact copies of its children. That cloned object is initially parented to nil. Now find first child returns a child instance that has the same name as the first argument. For example, if I wanted to find a child named part, I would say like this. If the part exists, the variable would hold a reference to the part, and if not, the variable would be nil. This function is useful for if you don't know whether or not an instance has a specific child and you want to avoid an error. If you want to search every child and their children as well, you can set an optional boolean argument which makes it recursive, meaning the function will run on every child instance as well. Now wait for child also returns an instance that has the same name as the first argument, but if there isn't an instance with that name, the script will wait until it does and then continue. Wait for child also has an optional second argument that specifies the max amount of time a script can wait before moving on and returning nil. If no argument is specified, the script can possibly pause forever. Now the getChildren function returns a table of every child instance of an object. You can use this for a variety of things, but mainly for if you want to do something to every child instance of an object. For example, I can loop through every object that is a child of the workspace and change its name to a set string like this. And if we run the game and check the Explore tab, we can see that it has happened. Finally, the destroy function will lock the instance's parent to nil and remove any sort of connections it has. It will also call destroy on all descendants of this instance. This is usually for if you don't have a use for an instance anymore and it needs to be cleaned up. Instances are a part of every object you will use in Roblox. These functions of instance are the most commonly used ones, but I encourage you to check out the Roblox Creator Documentation for more information. The link is in the description. Thanks for watching, please leave a comment on how you felt on the video, and I will see you in the next tutorial.